Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a singles new love reading for my dearest Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love, and if these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I have those links down below. All right, so your person is showing up as the Knight of Pentacles, okay? So they could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Now, Gemini, your opposite sign, got the same card, and you came out really strong in the Gemini reading, so you may want to check that out if you have Gemini placements, if you're dealing with a Gemini, or if you just feel drawn to that reading. All right, so you have the Knight of Pentacles here, somebody who is... somebody here who's hardworking, somebody who's steady, somebody who's dedicated. They're also showing up as the Two of Wands. How they're viewing you, the Nine of Wands. And the relationship, we see the King of Cups. Okay, so very loving, very stable relationship I'm seeing. And we see the Ace of Wands. So we do get this fire energy coming through. I definitely feel with the Ace of Wands, it's somebody brand new coming into your life. I definitely feel like this person's very sexy, very attractive. I feel like they just have a really fresh energy. They might have recently moved to your area, or they're starting something new, like a new job or like a new home. Maybe they're starting a new business. They've got a new lease on life. I feel with this Knight of Pentacles, this is someone who may enjoy the outdoors. This is somebody who most likely likes to hit the gym or likes to go for hikes, likes to go for bike rides. This Knight of Pentacles tells me they could be, around your age is what I'm getting. Of course, we'll see if we get any confirmation of that later on in the reading. But they're steady, they're stable, they're hardworking. We have another Ace coming through here, Sag. So it's definitely someone here who's, they're looking for something solid, stable, and secure. And there's just a lot of potential here with these Aces coming out for this to be something more long-term. They're going to sense it, you're going to sense it. And we get Empress energy, Taurus and Libran energy. So this is somebody who's very attractive. This is someone who, this is somebody who doesn't chase, they attract. I feel like this person has their SHIT together, okay, in a really big way. They've got all their affairs in order. This is somebody who's really ready for love. They're ready to be in a relationship. Some of you, they could have a child. That child could be like a teen or a little bit older. Some of you might be surprised at how old their child is. So either they had a child at a young age, or this person looks younger than they actually are. For others of you, this may be someone that there is some sort of pregnancy here. So you want to, if that's a possibility, just be aware of that. Okay, not for all of you. And with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is going to be a connection with a soulmate here that balances you, Sag, in the most harmonious ways. Some of you might meet this person somewhere where money is exchanged. So it could be through work. Again, it doesn't mean your coworkers. It could be that you go into their job, they come into yours. You could meet at some type of work event or on your way to work or something like that. But of course, that doesn't have to be the case here. I do think this person has a lot of responsibilities. They probably have, a pretty heavy work schedule, but I feel like they also are somebody here who really, carve out that sacred time and space for their relationships, for their family, for their hobbies, for creativity, for their friends. Wow, so we get twin soul here energy. So this person's going to mirror you in a lot of ways. And this is really a powerful connection. The Two of Wands is also my twin flame card. So again, regardless of the label we're going to give this connection, it's a really intense connection. And it's one that intends for you both to balance your feminine and masculine energies and help you both evolve. Sag, get ready. This is your, somebody who's deeply committed to your connection, deeply committed to you. They're strong. You can count on this person. They're your ride or die. They may have strong air in their chart. So again, there might be something in that Gemini reading that you want to check out. Also, Libra was coming through in that other reading, but again, it could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay, and this person is very giving. Okay, they put the needs of others first. So this is somebody who's definitely going to, want to make sure that you're always happy, give you small gifts, take you out on nice dates, things like that. Maybe plan little trips for you here and there. The Two of Wands tells me you two are going to really get along extremely well. You two are going to have a similar sense of humor. This is somebody who's going to be very interested, Sag, in your daily life. Like, how was your day? What did you do? How do you feel? Good or bad. I feel like this person's just going to be really interested in you. They're going to take their time getting to know you. I feel like you're going to be, have a similar sense of humor, share jokes and memes and things like that throughout the day. All right. This might be someone who comes as quite a surprise for you. Okay. So, they might be different than your usual type, or they might be somebody that you never expected to, get along with so well. All right. Now, they may have vices. Now, of course, that's something, a bit of a red flag. It's something to be aware of, and that certainly could be the case. But, for a lot of you, I feel this might be something that they've left behind or they've left in the past. Okay. And this person really loves animals. Okay. So, they may have a few pets, or they might have, dogs and cats, or I feel like they probably have more than one pet. This is going to be love at first sight here, Sag, so beautiful. I feel like you probably are going to meet in person. I mean, we're not going to rule out that it could be an online connection or somebody that you meet through dating apps, but I feel like there's something here about meeting this person, in person through friends or through work or something like that. What else do my Sagittarius need to know about this person, please? Okay, it's going to happen. It's going to happen unexpectedly. That's a double confirmation. You would be shocked. They're going to come into your life when you least expect it. This person makes something valuable with their own hands. Okay, so again, they could, work in construction. They could be a stylist, a makeup artist. They could sew. They could be a tarot reader, right? Anything really. That really, the messages in this reading are very kind of uncannily close to what happened in the Gemini reading, but like different cards. Okay, this person can speak more than one language fluently, all right? And this is somebody that you have not been involved with, so confirmation that this is somebody completely brand new. And this person did grow up in a better than average household, okay? Even if they didn't grow up in your country, like wherever they're from, they grew up in, a better than average household, a well-to-do household. All right, let's see. This person is caring, they're loving, they're sensitive, they're really affectionate. All right, now their initials or prominent letters in their name, I, Z, C, Q, N, or L. Okay, I'm getting like multiple I's in their name, okay, for some of you. And we see they may have a career or have had a career, because this person may have had more than one career, dealing with the government or as a teacher, police, military, fireman, court, legal, or construction. Okay, which could be, could be some of the fields that they work in or worked in. For some reason, I feel like this person has had more than one career path. Again, that's not going to be for all of you. How they're viewing you, Sag, as the Nine of Wands. So they may feel like there's a past life soulmate connection here between the two of you, but they might meet you or see you when you're under stress, when maybe you're feeling like you're burning the candle at both ends, or you're feeling kind of overwhelmed. So again, maybe they are somebody that sees you at work. For some of you, they might come into your job at the busiest hours or during the busiest times. They see you as a little bit guarded here, but they're very attracted to you. Like this person holds a torch for you. They see you as a little bit guarded. So again, you might be, in your professional mode when you see this person, or you might just be kind of serious or really exhausted when you meet this person or when you generally see them. All right. This person is a little bit worried that you're not emotionally available or that you're going to reject them. So they may sort of hold back a little bit. They're going to definitely take their time getting to know you, if that's a possibility. Like, they're not going to, even though it's going to be love at first sight, I feel like this person, they're going to see you before you see them. and they're going to be a little bit worried that you're going to reject them, or that you've got too much going on, or maybe they're just not sure if you're really available when you meet them. All right, and we see Hermit energy, but they always do see you alone, and they may always see you kind of lost in thought. They may feel like you're a little bit hard to access, okay? So again, maybe they always see you, like I said, in a situation where other people are around, or work, or things are busy, or you've got a lot going on. So again, I do feel like this person is going to have to be kind of strategic about how they approach you, how they get close to you. You know, and for some of you, they're showing me somebody having lunch by themselves, like at an outdoor, like a little round table outdoors, and maybe you're like studying, or maybe you're reading, or you're always like on your phone looking kind of busy. So I feel like this person is going to be a little bit unsure about whether or not you're available, or, you know, it may take some time for them to approach. And again, maybe this is just your first meeting that I'm picking up on. But with this Virgo energy, this person sees you as somebody who's hardworking, you're pragmatic, you're wise. They're going to see you as enlightened as well. Okay, but I feel like they always kind of see you like on your own, even if there's like a lot of people around, okay? And maybe, you know, maybe in a really pensive state, or maybe feeling a little bit stressed at times. Let's see what they really like about you. They see you as, you know, this Messiah energy, so serving humanity with humility. So again, they might like, you know, your faith, or that you have faith. They like that you're a helpful person, you're good to others. You know, some of you may do volunteer work, or, you know, some of you might know this person through, you know, church, or your faith. And they see you as this child magical archetype, so that you see the potential for sacred beauty in all things, and the belief that everything is possible. So they definitely see that there's magic around you, and they like the fact that you're kind of like, you know, this is once they get to know you, they like that you kind of feel like anything is possible. So you're kind of up for anything, which I feel is such a Sagittarius trait, okay? At the same time, this person's gonna really appreciate that you make people aware of the things that maybe are draining for them. Okay, so I do feel like you're gonna, you know, you have some wisdom about you. And again, if this person does have vices, let's say, for example, they like to smoke, or they drink too much, I feel like you're gonna be a real impetus for them to sort of make healthy changes, all right? So the type of relationship this is gonna be, we see the King of Cups. And the King of Cups tells me this is gonna be a very loving relationship. I feel like you two are gonna really enjoy like traveling together. You know, this person may like to travel, or have the means to travel, or you two are just going to be planning a lot of trips together, which tells me that most likely it's going to be a long-term connection. All right, we see this rejection is actually divine protection. Okay, so I feel like for some of my Saggies, I don't see you rejecting this person, but maybe you will reject them 1 or 2 times, you know, but I feel like they're not going to really give up, okay? Because they're a little bit worried. They're seeing you as the 4 of Cups. Like maybe you've already rejected this person, but it's like they're not going to give up. They're going to keep trying. And it could just be because of a timing issue. Lean on your inner circle during this time. So some of you, I feel like this person is going to become part of your inner circle with this caring energy. They're loving, they're sensitive, they're affectionate. This is somebody who's going to be, you know, we see it in a number of places that they're going to be very supportive and very loving of you. Yeah, and we get this relationship deserves a second chance. So again, this person may have to make a play for your, you know, make a play for you 1 or 2 times here, Sag. But that definitely feels like it's right, okay? Like that it feels like a good connection. It feels like the right connection, okay? Let's see what else we need to know here about this person or about this connection. Yeah, we see this person double confirmation, and we get Virgo energy coming through. So they could have Virgo in their chart. But tokens of reciprocity hold cherished memories. So this person's going to definitely give you small gifts. I feel it's going to be really sweet. I feel like that's their love language. Double confirmation that this is going to be a telepathic connection, or maybe it's not double, but I felt it earlier, that your communication is going to go beyond mere words here. You're just going to know what each other are thinking. And we see material attachment. Too much focus on visible trappings. So we do see you would be shocked. So some of my Saggies, you may reject this person because you might not really think that they're right for you, or they're different from your usual type and expectations. So Spirit's saying, don't judge a book by its cover. You may reject them once, but they're not going to give up that easily, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we do see guided steps to great love. So follow the path of ascension here. Okay, this is an important connection here. So let's see if we get any important dates or times here for my Sagittarius with this person. Okay, so it may be unfolding in the coming weeks, and Spirit saying take steps to speed it up. So that may be making yourself more accessible. Because again, I feel like this person is definitely going to be trying to make a play for you. And you might be a bit guarded, or you might not feel ready. And of course that's okay, but I feel like it's a strong indication to make sure that you like look up and look around and see who's checking you out, see who's interested in you, because I feel if you make eye contact with this person, they're going to come right over to you. All right, so I'm going to leave it here, Sag, sending you love and light. Take care.